Hello and welcome to episode 377 of Sutton Impact Family Style. I'm Jason.
I'm Bill, and Jason pointed out it's so rare we used to talk about. I don't think we've ever led a show off with the Pirates. So we're going to lead the show off with the 48 and 48 Pittsburgh Pirates and All-Star Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
And I hope you're all going to be watching tomorrow night when this guy faces the top three batters in the American League, because it'll be entertaining.
Yeah. His last outing, 7 no-hit innings.
6'6", 6'7", whatever he is, a lot of control, a lot of variance. He's got so many pitches. He can go from 100 to 82 or 83. And if you're looking for 82, 83, you get 100, you're not going to hit it. And if you're looking for 100, you get 82, 83, you're not going to hit that either. So,
Yeah.
This guy's a pitcher. He's not a thrower. And, and the elite people he's been compared to is pretty incredible at this juncture. So I think he's, 6-0 right now?
Yeah.
6-0, an ERA below 2, and just awesome. A lot of fun to watch. Sold out PNC for the first game since the opening day, and I get a feeling that's going to become a trend.
Yeah. And he's over one strikeout an inning, too, I think?
He's close to 2 an inning.
Yeah, close to 2. Sure.
What do you have the other night? He had 11, 9. Yeah, he's over 1 inning, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And he's 21, 22, I think.
He's going to be 22?
Yeah. And again,
he's got a hot girlfriend, and he's making a lot of money.
yeah, and she makes a lot of money, so they're a great couple.
And she'll probably help him make more money. All the social media she'll do for him, really, the All-Star and everything else. So it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, she's been, it seems like she's always posting in every picture. She's in Pittsburgh. She's wearing Paul Skeen's gear. It's great.
Yeah.
And congratulations on her going back for a 5th year at LSU to do more gymnastics.
Yeah. So it's been really, really interesting.
Yeah, so the Pirates
I'm excited. The Pirates are playing well. Brian Reynolds also on the All-Star team, having a career year. We'll have to see what happens. 48 and 48, they're playing well. There's a lot of opportunity to make the wild card. So I'm starting to feel pretty good. My original projection was they would win 82 games. So they're at 48, so I need to win 34 more games.
that feels realistic.
I think it's doable.
And I know that analytics have told us that momentum and all those other things don't exist, but I think when you've got a pitcher you think is going to win every time you go out in a Skeens, and you got a Ryan Reynolds, I think that does give you a boost, especially if you when you get to the dog days of summer towards these last couple of, as they strive to get 500, and maybe go for a wild card, I think it's exciting.
I'm hoping the Pirates trade for a center fielder that can hit. Because we got 2 center fielders, and neither of them can hit, unfortunately. And I really like Jack Sawinski, but he can't hit. And Michael A. Taylor is a great glove, but he can't hit. So I would like to see them take one of their young pitchers and something else, and I would love to see them get Jazz Chisholm. That's way too not a Pirate move.
Yeah, but you feel like if you're the Pirates right now, you have the hottest thing in baseball happening with Skeens. You're on a roll. You can, the Penguins are going to be, an okay team for the next couple of years as we round out Sidney Crosby's career. The Steelers have their hopes pinned to Russell Wilson and, Justin Fields, which, I'm hopeful for, but let's be realistic. They wouldn't be available for less than $4 million in a 6th-round pick if they were good. So this is the chance for the Pirates to really, capture the city, I think.
Yeah, and it's always been a good baseball town when they're good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when they're good is every other decade.
Every other decade. But like you said, you got 2 All-Stars.
Every other year, every other decade.
But this is...
we had the Pirates, so 2013, 14, they were good. They were good in 2002, 2003. They were good in 90, 91. So, you go figure it out.
Yeah. I think it's a time.
I think it's time.
What do you want?
Let's talk. I want to talk a little bit about that fiasco last night in Miami.
Yeah.
Where they delayed the game a couple hours and people crashed the gates, actually trashed the stadium. So they broke an escalator, they broke all these walls to get in at the and the air conditioning vents to climb up in the building that way. It was something like I'd never ever seen. And and this is not the World Cup. This is the Copa Cup.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's going to have to be some real changes made and to be able to host those international events because we're just not that passionate about soccer. But those fans that were there last night, that's their life.
Yeah, and to Raiders fans and Philly fans and Cleveland Brown dog pound fans, you got to step your game up because you look weak sauce compared to these guys. So
This was incredible. I mean, if you haven't seen the clips, go on ESPN or go on social media and look at clips. I mean, I could not believe scaling the wall and then getting in and busting stuff up and then using the pieces that they broke to try and break and get into the ventilating system to get in the stadium. And there was a lot of people that actually had bought tickets for as much as $1,600 that never got in, and there was a lot of people that didn't even have tickets and crashed. So they're going to have some kind of security to stop them from getting into the queue or whatever you want to call it to even have access to be on the grounds.
yeah,
It was horrendous. It was frightening. It was horrendous.
insane.
Well, let's talk about Bronny.
Okay.
And my opinion, I don't think Bronny can play. I mean, I saw Michael Jordan's kids play, and I don't think Bronny is significantly better than any of Michael Jordan's kids, and they weren't any good either.
No.
I mean, when I watch the clips of Bronny, he's playing. He understands the game, but he doesn't have the skill set, and he can't knock down a three. He's 6'1". He's not a great ball handler. I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for him because this is a situation that he didn't really create,
Yeah.
but he got thrust into it. I mean, and LeBron was acting like big baller.
Yeah.
And his kids, I mean, it just, you can't do that. You can't put your child in a situation like that where, the expectations are unbelievable. And he's got a target on his back bigger than the state of Texas.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron's a very proud papa. And on some level, you like that. You like to see that. But I mean, he needs Maverick Carter or one of his close compatriots on just to be like, just shh, just back off. Something.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Home run derby tonight. I'm usually moderately interested. I don't know if I'll watch any of it tonight or not. I'll probably watch a couple minutes just to see what it's like with the new rules and everything. I decided I'm rooting for Gunnar Henderson because he could make more by winning the home run derby than he'll make this whole year with the Orioles.
See, I was thinking to freshen it up a little bit, as I like to tinker with things, as you know. I would like to see them put colored sections in the outfield.
Okay?
And it becomes like it's round and it becomes like horse. So if I'm Gunner and I'm hitting it to the red in right field, and then you have to match my home run. And,
Okay. Or you got to make it like darts.
Or yeah.
And you've got to hit each of the colored sections.
Or hit each of the colored sections.
I think that's kind of cool. That's a good idea.
Because it freshens it up a little bit. We've seen, it's sort of like the dunk contest on some level, where at some point it's like, we've seen all this incredible stuff for years and years and years, and we need some way to make, unless humans are going to be, expand into 6-armed mutants, like, we can only do so much. So now it's like, how can we make what we have? And, like you said, I like the darts idea. Maybe maybe it's team darts, and, like when you're going for, and there's points on each one, so you got to hit them into the first team to hit this many points by hitting into the different sections, whatever you're talking about, but just to make it a little fresh, something fun.
And then have each of those sections earmarked for a different charity.
Different charity. And you can have different
charities benefit from the home runs.
And the kids can be up there with the gloves on, catching the home run balls. It's a win-win for everybody. And each section can be...
We fixed it already.
And it can be sponsored, obviously, too, besides being a charity. It can be, Home Depot's We Love Kids section.
Yeah.
And then more money for baseball, more advertising dollars, and it's fun.
And we give away a lot of free tacos and free hamburgers and everything else.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Every home run in the Chick-fil-A section, free breakfast sandwich the next day. It's just a win
Yeah,
for
there we
everybody.
go. We got it, Jay.
Okay, done. Fixed. Check mark.
Uh, so you're talking about the Warriors and trying to get Laurie Market in.
Yeah.
That's a good player, and I think he'd help the Warriors quite a bit. But that's a king's ransom the way you talked about it.
Yeah, they want Kaminga, Moody, Palinka. I always said that guy's name wrong, but it's and they want a first round pick from the Warriors for marketing, which basically guts all your depth. You get him, but in order to get him, you lose all your depth. But if you don't get him, then what are you doing?
Compete.
You can't compete. And speaking of
And you
compete,
kind of are hamstrung. You got that Steph Draymond window, which is closing. So maybe would you do the trade if you gave up two of those guys in a draft pick?
I would, especially if Moody was one of those two guys. And if you're the Jazz, these next 2 years you've got. I mean, Flag looks incredible. You seen any Flag with Team USA?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want Laurie Marketing on my team if I have a chance at Flag. Because Flag he's a Wembanyama, LeBron. Like, he looks like he's got that. I could be a top 10 NBA player for a decade feel to him. And Marketing is a free agent at the end of the year, and I would take the best deal I could get. And I know Danny's not going to, historically, he's not going to lose a deal, but I want to suck. But speaking of deals, what do you think of Jalen Brunson? And maybe Mikal Bridges following up suit with another team-friendly deal.
I'm thinking maybe we don't know enough about that contract.
Okay.
That maybe there's an out clause that lets him resign.
Okay. That makes some sense. I mean,
I love the fact that he believes in the Knicks and he loves his team and he wants to be there. And I love that. And you know what? After so many $1 billion, how many more $1 billion do you need? Especially when you're giving half of it to the government.
exactly. And again, it's not like I said, I know it's like people are like, and it's like, he's still making well over $100 million, let alone endorsements. He's probably not paying for a cupcake, breakfast sandwich, slice of pizza in New York for the rest of his life, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
people love him for that gesture.
people loved him already. And now he's like, and Mikal Bridges is talking about doing the same kind of deal so that you can, maybe bring another player on that team. Yeah. Because it seems like owners are terrified of
Another Villanova player?
Yeah. But it's like if you can play in the city you want to play professional basketball in, still make over $100 million, and play with your best friends, like, that's probably worth a little less money. Right?
Yeah, because you're going to get it in a lot of other ways. There's no question.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a legend in New York, that's better than being a legend in Milwaukee.
It is. Okay, the price.
So what did Dallas get when they let him go?
Nothing. Or no, did they get anything? I don't think they got any. I think they just chose not to re-sign him. And they could have offered him like 4 years at $80 million, and they said he would have taken it. And they just didn't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Very interesting.
Podziemski is the third guy in the Warriors trade. So it'd be Moody, Kaminga, draft picks, and Podziemski for Laurie Marketing. That's a lot.
But that'd be a sign and trade. You're going to trade all that for 1 year of Laurie Marketing.
No, it'd be a sign. I'm sure it would be a sign and trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have seen. It looks like this second apron is scaring the crap out of owners, which is kind of what they wanted, but it's also kind of bad, right?
He's scaring the crap out of all the owners except for one owner.
Yeah. That's true. But I mean, you got a guy like Gary Trent Jr. who said, who was interested in the Nuggets. Nuggets were interested in him. Nuggets aren't going to pay that. He was interested in the Lakers. Lakers aren't going to pay that. I mean, you just go down the list, and there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they put it in place to do. But it seems like we've talked about this a million times on this show because I keep saying it, but they really do need to have something where if it's a player you drafted and has been with you, like you still pay them, but maybe they count a little bit less against your cap. so you get to keep your stars longer,
So
and then
you want to modify the bird rule and make it even more home team friendly.
yeah, like Steph should not count 100% of his salary against the salary cap. That obviously they're forced to pay him 100% of the money, but maybe it only counts as like 85%, and that gives him a little more money. I mean, that way you entice people to still be good and competitive, and I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that's what the bird rule was made for, and now you're just saying we need to make the bird rule stronger and
Yeah.
make it more appealing.
More appealing, exactly. Because again, that's not getting rid of the second apron. It's not taking all that stuff out of the way. It's just keeping it kind of, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, do you want to talk women's hoops? Since you mentioned that before we start on.
Yeah, I mean, so they broke Angel Reese's double-double streak.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark's still going well, and I tweeted out the other day that, I think that this is becoming such a racial thing
Oh yeah.
to me, and I just don't like it. And I think this is the best stars that have ever come in the WNBA at one time. You should embrace it, enjoy it, and just see what happens, and just not pick sides. Just love the game for what the game is. They have two different style games. They play on two different teams. Is
Yeah.
there a rivalry? Yeah, but not as much as the media makes out of it. And I think they just set it up. And when you make it racial, you make too many divisions. So I'd like to see them clean that up.
Yeah, and I saw Charlemagne the God was on, I think, Bill Maher, and he was complaining about how, and now I can't remember her name, but the woman she's like the best player in the WNBA. She just got her sneaker deal, and Caitlin Clark already had one. And as Bill Maher pointed out, Michael Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, Serena, Tiger. Maybe it's just that this person has more charisma, is an exciting player, and has nothing to do with race. And that's why she got she. Like sometimes it just.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And but is he pointing?
Paul Skeens will get some kind of a wild deal, and he's got no personality at all.
No. And
but I mean, he's got talent, and so we'll see what happens.
And again, like I when I think of Caitlin Clark, I put her in that weird Tiger Woods category where I don't, even if you can't see the appeal, like she's bringing eyes to the game that weren't there before. She's put butts in the seats that weren't there before, and
That's right. Just because you don't understand the appeal doesn't mean there's no appeal.
No, like the appeal is there. It's like for me, it's mushrooms on pizza. Like I don't like them, but everybody else does. So I mean, there's a reason. Like and the WNBA should less be. I mean, it does remind me of me in high school getting mad when indie bands that I like start to become popular.
Yes, I remember that. You like to be first, you like to discover them, and you like them to be yours, but once they were everybody's, you didn't like them as much.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like some WNBA players and fans are like, where it's like, you weren't there from the beginning, and it's like, it's okay, but they're there now. They're going to help make you more money. Be happy about it,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
What else we got?
I don't think we have a lot of regular sports stuff. I think that's it's...
Well, you know what? For those of you that, I'm sure most of you know that I had cancer surgery almost 5 weeks ago. And I'm home and I'm recuperating and I'm doing well, but it's still a cancer surgery. And I want to thank everybody for their well wishes and their good thoughts and prayers. I just came back and I've been watching a lot of the Pirates and a lot of the other different things now. I've been enjoying it more, and I'm focused. I've got not a lot of things going on, just trying to get back and get my health back and everything. But I guess that's all I want to say about that.
Okay, that's good. And it's been a sad...
I'm going to watch For Those About to Die.
For Those About to Die. That sounds really familiar.
It's a new thing on Cinemax. Like, it looks like a new version of the 300 of Gladiator.
Oh, okay. Is that with Anthony Hopkins? No.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, yes. I am familiar with that.
Interesting. Definitely some CG, a lot of CG in it, but it looked interesting. I'm always willing to take anything with ancient Rome. I'm always willing to roll the dice.
So are you ready for Gladiator 2?
I don't know about that.
It looks exciting. I mean, it is one of those movies, though. The first Gladiator ended, and it ended very... Like the story was complete, you know.
Yeah. So who's Gladiator? Russell Crowe's not Gladiator too, is it?
No, I think it's the little boy. Remember the little rich kid that was there.
Yeah.
I think he's now
Yeah.
the gladiator. I think, based on the trailer, as far as I can tell. For what I was like, I think that's what's happening now, but it's hard to say. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
We've been watching. We watched Full Circle with Timothy Olyphant and Claire Danes. 6 episodes, which is a nice tight arc. And like you and I have said all along, 6 and 8 seems like a good episode arc.
It does.
So it was good. It was very enjoyable. I've always liked Tom Selleck in his Tom Selleck role, which is the same role over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So we've been watching on, I think on Hulu, Jesse Stone, where he plays this police chief up in Massachusetts. And we've been enjoying it. I mean, but it's what you expect. It's Tom Selleck. It's a cross between Blue Bloods and Magnum P.I.
Yeah. I did watch a movie I really enjoyed. I watched Bottoms, which is on Amazon Prime right now.
Bottoms?
Yeah, it's about 2 girls in high school that are very unpopular. And in order to meet more girls, they start a fight club, which sounds ridiculous, but that's what they do. Marshawn Lynch is their teacher and the sponsor of the group. And it's really well done, though. All the actresses are fantastic. It's got really quick, witty comic dialogue, and then the action scenes are pretty nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we should point out we both watched Beverly Hills Cop 4. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable.
It is. For a Netflix movie, it was top notch. Like everything you could ask for. So.
Eddie Murphy's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and it's you get enough of the old with it's pretty much your standard. Let's reboot it and bring everything back to You have all the old people in it. You have some new people introduced. I thought whoever played his girlfriend's son's or the boyfriend, I think that's the most I've enjoyed him in a movie. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
What is that? I think he was some Third Rock from the Sun and a bunch of other stuff, but I thought he was really good in this as a cop, which I was kind of shocked at.
Yeah. Yeah, real enjoyable.
Oh, and then we watched 2 episodes of Sausage Party Foodtopia, which is...
Okay.
Do you remember the Sausage Party movie with the talking food in the grocery store?
I do.
There's now an 8-episode Netflix or Amazon Prime show. I think it worked better in a small movie setting, I would say.
Oh, I also watched Unfrosted.
Not bad, right?
Not bad. I thought it was a clever take. I thought the acting was good. I thought the storytelling was good. It was enjoyable.
Yeah. I had a lot of comics in it, very silly, very goofy. Never got too serious.
No.
It's all the things you want,
Hey, I've got an upcoming food moment this week.
Upcoming food moment, okay.
Upcoming food moment, a Goldbelly order.
And what is it?
So, Goldbelly's having the big ice cream sale. And Bassett's Ice Cream in Philly is the oldest ice cream in the United States, 1861, whatever it is.
Oh.
And so the deal was 3 pints of Bassett's ice cream, pick your flavors, and a tub of cookie dough from 4th Street Cookies so you can make your own chocolate chip cookie sandwiches.
Okay.
And I thought that was outstanding. So we got a couple pints of chocolate, and Mom got a coffee fudge something or other. But we're looking forward to it.
Nice. I did eat at one of the top 50 pizza restaurants in America, according to that article you sent me. Okay. I went back to Pizza Delicious, yeah. And it's always really good. Like it's either the best or second best pizza in New Orleans outside of, there's a new one on Magazine Street called Saint Pizza. Mm-hmm. But Saint Pizza has some of the most ridiculous pizza prices I've ever seen. So we have not gone and tried it yet. They're over $40 a pie. And that just seems really high. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you would have to, my socks better literally blow off for over $40 for a pie. And that's just like a pepperoni pie. Like not, nothing crazy on top of it. It seemed high to me. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm locked into my Fratellis now here in Wesley Chapel, and they make a great Sicilian pie. I love that. So I've been pretty happy.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Finishing up Stephen King, You Like It Darker, which is 2 novellas and 10 short stories.
Okay.
And I think you would really enjoy it. There's a novella called Rattlesnakes.
Oh, all right.
I think you'd really like it.
I think I might be in. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Either of the 2 novellas were both really, really good, and I could see them being made into some kind of a movie.
Oh, without a doubt, I'm positive that's going to happen.
And speaking of which, I'm real excited that Colin Farrell, and I forget who the other person is, have optioned all the John Connolly, Charlie Parker books to make a series. A Charlie Parker series.
Would Colin Farrell be playing Charlie Parker?
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind him in that. I like Colin Farrell.
He could be. Because Charlie Parker, he could be. That would work. But I think it's going to be really, really good. I love the Charlie Parker stories. But I'm so excited, and John Connolly was real excited that they optioned it as well, which I always take as a really good sign if the author is okay with the idea of you taking his stuff and making it in the film.
Well, I mean, for every time they screw it up, like Bosch was really well done, and we didn't know that Bosch would end up being as good as it was, right? It seems like we have more people getting it right than wrong, especially like with these smaller ones. Like when you're talking, Star Wars and some of the bigger ones where you have, way too many cooks in the kitchen and trying to go for too big of an audience. But I think when you have a more specified, like, we're going to make a really killer Charlie Parker cop show. Then I think you can kind of...
We'll see. I'm excited about Hugo cast as Angel and the Fulci brothers and everything. I think it's going to be really fun. It's probably a couple years away, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, now I am. I hadn't even heard of it, but now I'm excited. And then NCAA Football 25 just went live, so I'll be able to talk about that next week on the podcast.
Hot rumors again. The SEC came out today and said expansion is not on their radar, and so now they're pitching the idea of Florida State and Clemson going to the Big 12, which would make it an 18-team conference.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah. That is nuts.
We'll see.
All right, well, I think that'll do it.
Well, it's good to be back. Watch Paul Skeens tomorrow night and enjoy.
I'm actually going to watch. So that's how far it's come for me for baseball. I'm going to watch the first inning.
Yeah. Got to watch first inning.
All right, talk to you next week.